Hey Sagittarius. Hey Saggy. How are you? How's it going? I'm Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and as always, my lovelies, you are very welcome here today. To my new subscribers and followers, hello new Saggies, you're very welcome. We welcome you here. I hope you are all good, my darlings. Okay, so this is your bi-weekly reading for June the 16th to June the 30th, 2017. And remember, if this doesn't fully resonate, that's totally fine. Check out your moon and your rising sign videos as well. And if you're not sure of what they are, then click on the link below this video and you will bring you directly to a calculator that will be able to allow you to calculate that. Sorry, you're one of my last videos. That's why I'm a bit giddy. I'm a bit shuffly. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. My fingers and thumbs, boats and hoes. Anyway, hope you're well. We're going to do the same format as we did before because I think that resonated quite a lot with you and also with other signs as well. So your general and love reading. General is going to be your 6-card spread and your love reading is going to be your 3-card spread over that, and we see how that intertwines in our lives, okay? Alright, we're at my darlings. Sorry, I love doing accents all the time, so throughout my videos you'll probably just hear me doing random accents, so apologies up front. Now you know. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oof. Okay, so the first week seems really awesome, the second week seems a bit tough. Let's go through this. Okay, so remember the top week is your first week, the 16th to the 23rd, and the bottom week is your second week, which is the 23rd to the 30th. Now, let's look at your top week there. Your first card is the Sun, great. Second card is 7 of Cups, okay, not so bad. 6 of Swords is your third card, nice. Alright, so what does this mean? So I kind of feel like you're feeling a little bit more fiery than normal, Sag, or that you're just kind of feeling really good in yourself, because the Sun can mean Leo, but it could also mean Sagittarius for me. And so it's all about kind of just feeling good and walking in the street feeling like you're the shiz, really. And not in a big egotistical way, but just in a way that means like you feel very confident in yourself lately. You feel very confident in your abilities. You're finally starting to see things moving and grooving. I think for a while there it felt a bit stagnant for you, but now it's going, it's moving. And we're coming into summertime as well. So we're coming into kind of Leo territory. So I'm kind of not surprised that you're feeling good. I'm kind of not surprised. Your brother and sister signs are there to kind of help you along. Your Aries and Leo. And it's nice, you just kind of shine a bit lately. You just kind of like, what is the Sun? Well, the Sun is this amazing, beautiful aspect of the universe that everything gravitates towards. And everyone will gravitate towards you. You kind of notice that. Do you know what it will be as well? When you're walking in the street, people will start to, just kind of stare at you. Do you know when you walk past someone in the street and you catch their eye and you're like, because it's another person, so you're like, that's grand. But then like their gaze lingers, and it's not even just like physical attraction. What I mean is just that they see something in you that makes you go, oh, there's something about that person. It's quite magnetic. It's lovely. And so I'm glad that you start off the week like this. Very good, very good. Now your second card coming in is a 7 of Cups. So remember, this is a general reading, and I use words like work, academics, academia even, thank you brain, projects, teams, committees, communities, domestic life. I use all those words to help you figure out where this story lies in your life, okay? So just wanted to, my new subscribers, just want you to know that, okay? It's everything that is not romantic based. So the 7 of Cups comes into the middle of your week. Now 7 of Cups is about being kind of unsure and confused by things. Confused about where you're going, where you want to be. Now, you feel good and your confidence levels are up at the start of the week, but then you're unsure. Then you kind of question yourself slightly. Or you question, what are these things that are coming in for me? Which one's the best for me? So for some of you, it could be new jobs. It could be an accumulation of people, headhunting you. Or it could be a case that you want your path now to go down a certain route, but you're not quite sure which one it is. And there's this like veil of illusion here, all right? It's you really need to look at each individual thing and each individual opportunity and see if that's right for you. So some of you could be moving jobs, or you're applying for jobs, and this is what you're actually getting really good feedback, but it's a case that you don't now know where to go from that, because you just went, okay, I'll just apply for everything and just see what happens, which is good, which you should do. But then it's a case of, oh, what's for me though? I'm not sure. I don't know. Really though, what I want to say to you is, whatever you choose is not, it's the right time for you to choose that thing, okay? In some ways, there's no bad decision making as such, okay? It's more of a case of you make a decision with the tools that you have at hand in that very particular moment. And that's what you're doing here. So you're going to make the best decision anyway for you, whether you realize it or not. Because where that brings you then to the end of your first week with your third card is the Six of Swords, which means movement, which means traveling, which means sometimes overseas as well. So some of you may be working or getting a job or a position where you're required to do that. You're required to travel a lot. It could be even just smaller in the city, in your state, but you just have to drive a lot. You need to get trains. You need to get two buses or 2 trains, and it's a bit lengthy. You're kind of having to commute, okay? Really go outside of, I think, even of your comfort zone a little bit, because sometimes Six of Swords is about coming out of troublesome waters. In this case, though, it might be that your confusion that was here sort of created these troublesome waters until you made the decision to step on board here, to do it yourself, make the decision, and then you're just away. Now remember, this is communication as well. We've got Swords, we've got Libra, we've got Gemini, and we've got Aquarius. So this is about as well your ability to communicate effectively to people is what's bringing you and pushing you along here, okay? How you speak to people is so important. Yes, I say that about everything anyway, because how your message should be of good intent, but also your delivery needs to match that, so that, you know, it pushes it forward and has the most impact. And for you guys as well, this might be a case that I sometimes get for this card that it's the case that some of you might have to present or do presenting and work as well, or go somewhere in order to do that, or you're going to seminars where you're watching people as well presenting, because it's movement in the field that you're in and in the industry that you're in. And at times the word and thought are what is at the forefront of this particular card as well. How the word and how we think and how we display that, or how we verbalize that, is that's what gets us where we need to be. Okay? So not so bad. Not so bad. You're moving. Like, that's the important thing. I always say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you feel like you're moving, and you are moving. Right, so your second week is a bit trickier. We literally went from day to night here, okay? So you've got Three of Swords, Death card, and High Priestess. Now, I want to know what this Three of Swords is doing here. You have heartache over something, Sag, and you're not speaking about it. But I know that you're going to get rid of it. That's fine. But I just don't know why you are bringing this up in your second week. Maybe for some of you it's a case that the word and how you use the word was just a bit too harsh, and you could have given a bit of heartache to someone else. But I feel like this is you. So what is Three of Swords? I'll explain that as I shuffle, right? So Three of Swords is all about having heartache over someone or over something. Swords again, mental energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You may have been with a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius that has, how say, done this to you. And the heart isn't broken. It's important to note that. The heart is just scarred. What you need to do to rectify this energy and to kind of minimize the pain is to pull out each sword very gently, one at a time. It takes a lot of internal acknowledgement to do this. And it can be tough, and it's not nice. It's not nice. But I want to know, first and foremost, why this is decided to be here. Why? 2 cards. Go. Okay, I'll actually move these over because I like symmetry. Damn Libra scales, I like symmetry. Let's see. Okay, so what I feel for some of you is that you feel like you've been grinding away at things and grinding and grinding and grinding, and it's not getting you anywhere. You still kind of feel like you're at the beginning of your career or of your industry, and you're not quite sure why you're still here. You feel like the student of this. The thing is though, you're always going to be working at what you do. You always will learn. There's always growth. That's required of you as an individual in whatever you do. But the problem is you just feel stuck. You feel like you're just, like I said, you're the student. You're trying to learn you're learning your craft again for some of you. But it's like you're learning how to do something new, and it's not settling with you. This should be really nice energy, but I think this is evoking this as well for you in your second week. And so what I want to say to you is, Sag, is that yes, you are the student. You're beginning again. This is all new. It doesn't mean that you don't have the capabilities or the intellect or the talent to do what you need to do, but are you going to have to graft? Yes. Yes, my darlings, you're going to have to graft. Now, you've the Eight of Pentacles too here, which is about tipping away and nearly completing what you need to complete. It's like, it's not like the Nine of Pentacles where we sit back and look at everything and go, oh, how wonderful was that? Eight of Pentacles goes, no, I know I've worked on a few things. I know I'm still working on things, but it's important that I keep going. I keep going. I keep every day just tapping, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And this kind of, some of you feeling that you have a little bit more to give, that there's more of you that you could give, that your capabilities are actually beyond what you've been asked to deliver. And it's like, I can give more, I can do more. Why aren't they understanding that this is something I can do? And I feel like you feel like you're being a bit sidetracked a little bit. Okay, so here's what I'll say to you is, right, people often say that you should be the master of your craft, which is a nice turn of phrase, right? And who wouldn't want to be the all-knowing, all-being master of their own craft? The problem, though, that I have with being a master of your own craft is that you get to a level and that it's like your learning or your desire to learn shuts off because you've peaked, you're at the top. People come to you. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like the end of the road for me when I hear someone's a master. And it's like, now what? I honestly, personally believe that being in this student-like mentality always is actually the most progressive state of mind, because you're always going to seek, you're always going to learn, you're always going to find answers, you're always going to be curious, and that's what gets you places in life. Not just being the best. And there's no fun in being the best. There's no growth in being the best or being labelled that, is there? There's a certain amount of freedom in it, yeah, but it's no fun. You need to remain curious. You should want to be curious. You should want to always learn. You should always want to say, I don't know how this is or what this is, but I'm going to find out about it and I'm going to learn about it. That's what this is. But I get that this is causing you a bit of heartache now, that you're like, I can't do any more than I've already done. But you can. There's always more to learn. Always. And this is what you're going to learn, though. Patience. Hard graft, work, and I don't mean just once every 2 weeks maybe, or every 3 weeks maybe. I mean every day, when you wake up and you work on yourself and you work on different aspects of yourself, and even though you don't see a change coming, know that it is happening. You just don't feel it. It's not immediate. It's a problem that we have in today's society, where instant gratification and instant validation means that we've jumped up to the next level in Super Mario game. It's just not how that is. It's just not how it is. But I think you get this now, because you get the Death card, and the Death card is here for a few purposes. The Death card is like this wonderful cleansing card that comes in and just like is the nuclear bomb and just gets rid of everything. Like, it destroys everything. Everything dies. That's so, I said that so dramatically, like everything dies. It does though. But what happens then with death? What happens? Something else is born in its place. Something new comes along that we can work with, that will challenge us, but that is good for us. So the death card comes in for you to eradicate, to totally like, get rid of all that Three of Swords energy. That, do I dare say, Sag, that mentality that you have at the moment, that you think you should be somewhere and higher and at a higher level than what you're at, and that with all due respect, that some things are just beneath you. Okay, with all due respect, I say that, don't mean that to be bad, but if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Like, we'll speak the truth on this. But I think that's your mentality is going to change with this death card, because you're going to see a different side of things. You're going to see things of what you need to do now in order to progress, because it's like you needed this jolt, this death card, to come in and destroy all that previous thinking, because that thinking blocks you. You don't get anywhere with that thinking. You need to remain open. So death card says, look, I'm coming in to get rid of all what you thought before, because that doesn't work for you anymore. And for where you're going, you won't need that level of thinking. You won't need that sort of thought. And he brings a new day with him. Look, the sun is shining. Well, I mean, it's coming up, I should say. It's rising. And he brings a new day. It's my supernova card. Okay? When a star dies, a star is born. This is what happens here. And then your last card is the High Priestess. And I think you had this a few times before, Sag. And I keep saying this, and I see it so much in my Sagittarius friends, that you guys are so freaking intuitive. You just don't talk about it. You're just so intuitive. And my Saggy Moon friends as well, like, you're just so, my God, you feel things, and it's without words. It's so strong. You're never to say that though. You never talk about that side of you, but it's there, and I know it's there because I've seen it. And so with the death card combined with the High Priestess, you've got something that is like, okay, the way I used to think before, the thoughts I had, the plans I had, no, it's gone. And they needed to go because they were blocking you. So now what happens? Because now the death cards come in and has unblocked that side of you, and you're remaining clearer in your head, you'll feel freer also in your body and your spirit. But it also means something else develops here, and that's your high level of intuition. I just said all of you have it, but I think it's time you acknowledge it. I just also said that none of you talk about this, but I think it's time you acknowledge it, because she's here. Do you understand? She's not here just for the crack. She's here for a reason. She wants to say, okay, I need you. I said this to Aquarius so much, was like, get out of your head, okay? You need to go back down, inwards and back down, so that she can be woken up. But the death card has to come in because they have to get rid of this for you, and so that they can make way for her to come in, because she wants to build something new. She wants something to grow, and that's your level of intuition that's coming for you. You got to remember with this card, there are powers that we cannot see, but we can feel, that are in our favor, that are trying to get things working for us. But because we don't see, and like, there's no immediacy in the aftermath of that, there's nothing, you know, there's no like button off Facebook, there's no like button off Instagram. It's like they're just doing it under the radar constantly. This level of growth for you will help you go into the next chapter, into the next 2 weeks. But you gotta let her in. I feel like you're going to be a bit, you're not going to like this. You're not. But she's fantastic to have on your side. And imagine, instead of being in your head all the time, and being logical, and thinking, and using rationale, imagine having her, you just feeling, like just your pure feeling, your vibrations, and how you pick up on other people's vibrations. Imagine that being your greatest tool. I said some of you are in the field of communication, whatever platform that may be. And maybe instead of being in your head with all of this, what's important for you to know is that she actually is what you need to trigger. You need to start using that first and foremost to feel the environment you're in, the people you're around, and then you can make a decision based on that. Okay? But you're going to be reluctant here. I know it is. And do you know why the death card comes in as well? It's because he knows that you're going to be so bloody reluctant. So he's like, I have to come in. I have to sort this out. have to sort this out because they won't stop thinking about this and they're moving that way. And she's like, can I come in yet? He goes, no, have to sort this one out, you know. I also talk, for my new viewers, I also use my cards. They talk to one another sometimes. So it's a little bit theatrical, I guess, tarot reading. Let's check out your love life. I just heard the ice cream man outside. His song is playing. It's really happy, so I'm hoping that's your love life too. Sag, I hope so. Yes. 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 Brilliant. Okay. Yes, this is good. Right. So for couples, I'll fluctuate between couples and singles, right? So for couples, I feel like what's in the past is in the past, guys. You need to let that go. And if you can't let it go, you need to move out of this relationship. I need to tell you that straight away. There have been bad past issues with the person you're with now. There was a really wonderful time where you're together. This could have been another Leo, Sag, Aquarius. Oh, let's say Aries, but there you are. Could also be Aquarius, Taurus, or Virgo. Now the problem is that well, there was a lot of passion, there was a lot of heat, there was a lot of fire, and then due to past occurrences, maybe just be words with one another because you don't see eye to eye fully, that deteriorated the love between you. All right. The Ace of Rods comes into, it's like this giant needle of love. It comes in to inject this love, passion back into things for you. So it's here, it's working in your favor, but I think that you will get a new lease of life with this again, and I think that's what you need. I think that's what the relationship needs. There's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of past, okay? But you need to know that if you can't get through that, that's perfectly fine. You just need to decide whether you want to leave or stay, okay? And that this is here, kind of, this is here more than anything kind of pushing you to say, no, you could stay, you get a second chance, you get a new beginning in love with your partner, which not everyone gets, right? Now also for singles then, this is like, boom. This is like a completely new beginning in love. Yes, yes, yes. This is great because it's saying like, okay, so some of you may have been single for quite a long time. Some of you may have been single for only a few months. Some of you may only be single for a week. This is how these things happen sometimes. But this Ace of Rods here is just to be like, look, I know you've probably kissed a few frogs. Probably have, Sag, haven't we all? I know you've probably had bad dates. I know you've probably had bad people in your life, but this is here to say, look, this is a second chance. Come along, take this. This is also love growing out of something, okay? So it could be some of you are kind of seeing someone who is Leo, Sag, or Aries, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? But there is growth here. But this is nice. This is like a friendshipy thing. This isn't just like sexy time, which it could be, because phallic symbol, you know what I'm saying? It could be that, but this is great. This is great to have at the start of the reading. It's like, yes, okay, so we can only do good from here, right? Awesome. And the middle card you have at the very center of this reading is the Four of Pentacles. Now, for couples, you may have been a bit confused about whether or not your partner has been faithful. I kind of have to say that out there also. And also kind of confused of where you stand with them, because sometimes they don't always tell you. They can be a bit closed off and slightly reclusive. And what happens then, which is weird for you guys, is that you go into this Four of Pentacle energy where it's like, look, I'm just going to keep to myself then, because they're not even bothering. I can't figure out what they want or how to love them. So I'm just going to keep things to myself a little bit. I thought I knew. I'm not quite sure. I mean, this happened. We were doing great. Now I'm a bit confused. Is this what they need? I'm going to keep to myself. For couples, I would say, look, don't keep to yourself. Communicate. Explore emotionally what each other needs. Okay, you've already had this great injection of love. So don't just kind of dismiss it and go into this like inward Four of Pentacles energy where you're like, I'm just going to keep myself to myself. No, don't do that. Open up. It's important you open up. This is also a very private card. Very private. Very private. And it's like you're only showing certain amounts of yourself to someone, and you keep all the rest locked in, and nothing can get in and nothing can get out. That needs to die. Do you understand? Death card here saying you need to die. This needs, not you, this needs to die. Sorry, didn't mean that. This needs to die. This way of thinking, of holding on to yourself, of confusion, that needs to bloody well go, because you're doing great here and you're doing great here. Now, for singles, for some of you that are single or start to see someone, well, I'd say like are single, this is saying, like, don't close yourself off. Don't keep all of yourself to yourself, you know, because you've had this here as well, and it's like, don't do that to yourself. Like, go out there, enjoy yourself, and show these sides of you, and just be a bit more open about it. Is love confusing at the beginning? Yes. Is dating people and trying to find someone confusing? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. But you have to be open in order for it to come in. So let this mentality die off of you just keeping your counsel and being shh, so quiet. No, no, no. Let that die off, and it will, because you've got the major arcana death here. It's going to just blow that out of the water. It really is. Now your last card is the Four of Rods. So this is my like happy home card. This is having love in all variations, and it all being under one roof. Everything you want, you need. Your support, your nurture, your comfort, love, lust, sensuality, sexuality. All of that is under one roof. And compassion as well. It's big. But I think you want that. Singles, I think you do want this. And it's coming for you here. You just need to learn to get rid of that. And it's saying that what you believe in your heart of hearts, what you want in your heart of hearts, is achievable. It really is. See, what you're doing is taking inspiration from the Ace of Rods, okay, and then going, okay, maybe I can grow my own. So, right, look at the Ace of Rods here, right? Look at all the rest of this. It's blooming, is it not? It's like you pluck these off, and then you plant these, and you begin to grow your own home, your own sanctuary of love. Your own place where you can call home, where you have that comfort and that support. You can get this. This is here. But it's just learning to, because this is a bit of a barricade. Yeah. Now for couples, this could be that the death card has such a major impact on this reading. That's like saying, if you allow this part of you to die off, you get back to your happy home, or you stay in your happy home. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't block yourself. He just blocks himself constantly, this lad. Don't block yourself. You can have this. I think it's really you trying to find balance as well between you wanting to be private and having your own space, and also having a home with people and being with a loved one. You know what I mean? And that's doable. You can be both, because love requires freedom, and there's freedom in love, and it's a circular motion, and that's the two of them exist that way. But you can have them. I just kind of want to do that with him. And just kind of pretend like he's not there. It's like, oh, look at either side. This is great. Wonderful. And then oh, there he is. There he is. Whoop. Nope. But do you see, Sag? It's very important for you. Very important. It's important for your growth. 2 major ways. Whew. Sorry, I felt like I gave out to some of you there. I didn't mean to. Just get a bit passionate about these things sometimes. Because I want the best for you, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I have to jolt your thinking slightly. I have to kind of rewire you and push and pull a little bit, so you feel that friction and you question what's going on, and then you come to your own conclusions. Alright, my darlings, this has been your bi-weekly reading for the 16th to the 30th of June 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment and share and all that lovely stuff. And know that I do other readings as well. So if you're looking for guidance in your general life or your love life, or maybe a bit of both, I can provide that for you. My email address is below. If you email me directly, I can send you on my service list and my prices as well. Alright? Alright, my darling Saggies, you have a beautiful next 2 weeks. Remember, this is your Tuatha, this is your tribe, and I will see you at the very start of July. You take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye.